Hi kids! Good morning! So today is another day of learning. Ayan, magkakaroon na naman po tayo ng panibagong video lesson para sa ating topic sa English. So last time, we've discussed about adjectives. So kung natatandaan pa ninyo, adjectives are words that describes. Ayan, so it describes nouns or anything that you can see or touch. Diba? Ano na nga yung nouns? Persons, things, places, animals, and even idea. Though yung idea, hindi naman nahahawakan, but still, it is a noun. And today, we will be talking about adverbs. So that's for our week 2 lesson in English. So first, let's define adverb. Ano ba yung adverb? Adverbs are words used to modify or describe an adjective, a verb, or another adverb. So kung yung adjective, yung focus niya para mag-describe is only a noun, yung adverb naman, ang focus ng kanyang description is not noun, but the adjectives. Yung mismong adjectives na ginagamit natin pang describe ng noun, yun naman yung dinidescribe ng adverb. Or yung mismong verb, yung action words, or another adverb. So, baka medyo maguluhan kayo, napakarami kasing adverbs. But don't worry, because today we will only be talking about adverb of manners. Kasi baka ma-confuse kayo, sobrang dami kasi. So, yung different types of adverbs are adverbs of time, adverbs of place, adverb of manner, adverb of degree, adverb of frequency, adverb of comment, adverb of conjunction, and adverb of confirmation or negation. But as I said earlier, hindi naman natin lahat aaralin. So mag-focus lang tayo dun sa pangatlo, adverb of manner. Ano ba yung tinutukoy na adverb of manner? Ayan. Kung maaalala ninyo, meron tayong pinag-usapan sa Filipino lesson natin na mga salitang naglalarawan ng kilos. Kung maalala ninyo, ito ay tinatawag natin na pang-abay na pamaraan. So, paano ba ginagawa yung isang kilos? So, hindi kayo masyadong mahihirapan dito sa English. Huwag masyadong ma-pressure. Kasi yung pang-abay na pamaraan, yun po yung tinatawag nating adverb of manner in English. And take note, kapag naintindihan na ninyo yung adverb of manner, mas madali pong hanapin or i-recognize yung adverb of manner in English. So, may tip mamaya si teacher kung paano nyo madaling ma-recognize yung adverb of manner sa isang sentence. Okay, first point na kailangan nating pag-usapan, adverb of manner tells us the way something is done. Or, it answer the question, how? Paano ginawa yung isang action, 'di ba? 'Yon. Kaya paano ba ginawa? So yung process, excuse me. And next, most of adverbs of manner are formed by adding ly to the adjective, or if the word ends in y, let's change y to I and then add ly. So, doon muna tayo sa by adding ly doon sa adjective. For example, ano ba yung naisip ninyong adjective? Beautiful or graceful. Ano pa? So, beautiful, we will simply add ly doon sa dulo. Beautiful, beautifully, gracefully. So, other example, nice, nicely. Ano pa? Patient, patiently. So, nagdadagdag lang tayo ng ly doon sa adjective, and then it becomes adverb. Pero, be careful ha, baka kasi lahat ng adjective, nilagyan nyo na ng ly. Ang pinag-uusapan lang naman natin dito ay yung manner. So, you really have to think kung yung gagamitin ninyong adverb ay yung manner yung dinidescribe or yung adjective ba na dadagdagan natin ng ly, makakapag-describe ba yun ng action. Kasi baka mamaya yung ginamit nating adjective, pag dinagdagan natin ng ly, hindi naman pala tugma doon sa paggagamitan natin ng sentence. So, be careful din. Diba? Next, if, sabi dyan, or if the word ends in y, you have to change y to I and then add ly. Example, the word happy. Yung y, papalitan natin ng I doon sa word, diba? H-A-P-P-Y. So, yung Y doon sa dulo, papalitan natin ng I, and then we simply add L-Y. So, happy becomes happily. I have here some examples of adjectives na dinagdagan ng ly sa dulo, and so it becomes adverb. Yan, tight. So, in adjective, tight. In adverb, tightly. In adjective, honest. In adverb, honestly. Ayan. Other examples, loud becomes loudly. Nice becomes nicely. Careful becomes carefully. Happy becomes happily. So, ito yung example ko kanina. Yung word na happy, it ends in Y. It ends with Y. And then, we change Y into I, and we add ly. So, happy becomes happily. Short, shortly. Wise, wisely. Mahirap ba? Madali lang. Kayang-kaya nyo to. And here are another examples on how we use adverb in a sentence, in sentences. First sentence, Jana walks silently in the hallway. As we said earlier, it answers the question how. So, how does Jana walk in the hallway? Jana walks silently, or she walks silently. And the adverb of manner, so the adverb of manner is silently. Kung mapapansin ninyo, yung word na silent adjective, 'di ba? Nung dinagdagan ng ly, it becomes adverb of manner. Next example, the dog barks loudly every night. How does the dog bark every night? So, it barks loudly. And adverb of manner there is the word loudly because it describes how the dog barks every night. Naintindihan po? Yung word na loudly doon sa sentence, yun po ang ating adverb of manner dahil yun yung sumasagot sa tanong na paano ba tumahol yung aso gabi-gabi? Kaya ang sinabi dyan, loudly, ibig sabihin malakas, malakas tumahol yung aso. Let's proceed to the next slide. Ito naman, ginamit yung adverb of manner in a comic strip. Okay, let's read the comic strip below. Luis, you're wearing your face mask incorrectly. You should put it this way. Yun yung sabi ni Gab kay Luis. Paano daw isinuot yung face mask? Paano sinuot ni Gab? So, incorrectly, ibig sabihin there's something wrong with the way he wear his face mask. Kasi, kung mapapansin nyo, labas yung kanyang ilong. 'Di ba? So, next scene tayo. Oh, thank you, Gab. Yun yung sabi ni Luis. I hope this pandemic will end soon so that we can play happily without wearing face masks. Etong comic strip na to, ginawa ito during pandemic. So, yung story is inspired by the events during COVID-19 pandemic, kung saan, di ba, kailangan nating magsuot ng face mask. Sabi nga dyan ni, sabi ni Luis, di ba, Sana mag-end na yung pandemic agad-agad para masaya silang makapaglaro. We can play happily. So, yung adverb of manner doon ay happily. Paano daw sila maglalaro? Masaya silang maglalaro. They will play happily. So, yung happily, it answers the question, how they will play? They will play happily. At kung napapansin ninyo, yung play is verb. Kaya, happily, ginamit adverb of manner to describe the word play. Ganon din sa incorrectly. Yung incorrectly, it describes the word wearing or wear. Paano yung pagkakasuot ng face mask? Diba? Incorrectly. Next scene. Ayan. Come on, let's go to the backyard of our house and play with my dog. Hold his leash tightly so he cannot escape. Yung word na tightly, it describes how they should hold the leash. Pag sinabing leash, yung tali ng aso. So, paano daw ba hahawakan yung tali ng aso? So, mahigpit, tightly. Sure, sabi naman ni si Gab ba ito or si Luis? Okay. Next, after playing, thank you, Gab, for this day. I honestly had fun. I had a fun time with you and your dog. Bye-bye. You're welcome. Bye-bye. So, nung nakaraang lesson pala natin, di ba pinagawa ko kayo ng comic strip? So, ito yung comic strip. Doon sa mga hindi pa rin nakakasubmit kay teacher, mag-submit na po kayo. Ito po yung example ng comic strip, yung may mga taong nag-uusap. Tapos, nakaturo sa kanila yung, nakaturo sa kanila, ito yung kanilang sinasabi, kung kanino po nakaturo, ibig sabihin siya yung nagsasalita. Ayan, ayan, nagsagutan sila, 'di ba? So, yun po yung comic strip. Next, excuse me. Ayan. So, here meron tayong activities. In activity 1, I'm not sure kung nalagyan ko ito ng answer key. So, tingnan natin kung may answer key sa dulo o wala. Then, we will go back to this slide para tingnan kung tama yung naging sagot ninyo. Okay? You may pause this video. Pwede ninyong i-pause para kopyahin. Para may kopya kayo sa notebook, may examples kayo. Kasi hindi naman laging may load, diba? Hindi every time available ang video na ito sa inyo. Mas maganda pa rin na meron kayo nito sa inyong mga notebook, sa inyong notebook sa English. Okay, let's read the sentences. The direction first. Direction lang, hindi directions. Underline the adverbs of manner used in the sentence. Isa lang naman yung sinabi, kaya direction lang po yan. That's just typographical error. Hindi lang nabura yung S. Okay, number 1. Dr. Palangka spoke calmly to her patient. So, if you have noticed, meron ng sagot sa number 1. Ginawa na para sa inyo para meron kayong sample kung ano yung gagawin. So, dyan sa sentence number 1, paano daw nagsalita si Dr. Palangka? So, kalmado lang siyang nagsalita. He spoke calmly to her patient. Kaya, yung ginuhitan natin, yung may salungguhit, ay yung word na calmly. Okay, let's proceed to number 2. Ella was badly injured when she fell on the tree. Next, number 3. My mom securely locked our door every night. Number 4. You should treat your friends kindly. Number 5. Ben answered all the activity in his module correctly. Pasensya na pala kung may mga ingay kayong naririnig kasi nandito ako sa school, yung ating classroom tabing highway. So, baka may mga sasakyan or baka yung fan, mainit po kasi. Ayan. So, dito naman sa activity 2, ang sabi, read each sentence carefully. Circle Ayan, pinakita pa kung ano yung circle, di ba? Isi-circle ninyo yung adverb of manner in the sentence. Sentence number 1. Jean happily told her mother about her high score in the test. Kung kanina, line, underline, ngayon naman circle. Next, the pupils sit on their chair nicely. Number 3, father called us loudly. Number 4, my mother quickly cooked our dinner. Number 5, the teacher equally distributed the paper among her pupils. Okay. At dahil walang answer key, nakalimutan lagyan ni teacher, balikan natin yung dalawang activities at sagutan natin. Okay, activity 1. Number 2, the adverb of manner there is the word badly. Yan. Paano daw na-injure? Yung injure, ibig sabihin may damage. May damage yung katawan natin. 'Di ba? Maaring nasugatan, napilayan. 'Yon. So pag sinabing badly, masama yung yung tama, kumbaga, malala yung nangyari. Yung injury, maaring ang nabalian ng buto, yung mga ganun, or kaya may malaking sugat na kailangang tahiin. Kaya kayo, be careful sa mga activities na gusto ninyong gawin. Next, number 3, my mom securely lock our door every night. Ano ang verb dyan? Yung lock. O, paano daw ni-lock? Securely. Yan. Number 4. You should treat your friends kindly. O, ano ang verb? Treat. Lagi natin titingnan yung verb para makita rin natin kung paano dinescribe yung verb. Paano daw natin itatrato yung ating mga friends? We have to treat them kindly. Next ay yung number 5. Ben answered the activities in his module correctly. Hindi ko maalis yung icons kasi pindot ko na po yung yung highlighter. Anyway, nakopya nyo na rin yan kanina. Ang answer dito ay correctly. Ano yung dinidescribe nito? Yung verb na answered. Diba? Paano niya sinagutan? Sinagutan niya ng tama. Correctly. Okay. Proceed tayo sa activity 2. Ayan. Activity 2. Sentence number 1, Jean happily told her mother about her high score in test. Ano yung verb dyan? Okay, yung word na told. Yun yung action word. Paano ginawa or paano niya sinabi sa kanyang nanay? She told her happily. Ibig sabihin, sandali, ang pangit ng guhit ni teacher. Yan. Sinabi niya ng masaya. Next, number 2. The pupils sit on their chair nicely. Ang verb po dyan, or action word, is the word sit. So, paano dinescribe yung sit? So, they sit nicely. Ayan. Okay, next. Ayan yung maalis. Ito. Father called us loudly. So, paano daw sila tinawag ng tatay? Yung verb is called. So, yung ating adverb of manner, paano ginawa yung pagtawag? He called them loudly. Malakas yung pagtawag. Mother, number 4, my mother quickly cooked our dinner. So, how did mother cook the dinner? She cooked it quickly. Number 5, the teacher equally distributed the paper among her pupils. So, paano dinistribute ni teacher? She distributed it equally. Okay, sana mayroong naka-perfect. Sino-sino kaya yung mga naka-perfect? Very good. Kasi kung perfect, ibig sabihin nakinig kay teacher. Kung hindi naman, more practice pa. At balikan ninyo yung mga tips na diniscuss kanina ni teacher sa mga naunang slides. Okay? So, quiz time na tayo. Quiz time. Directions. Choose the adverb of manner in the given sentence. Anyway, class, maalala ko nga pala, di ba? Ang sabi nga dyan, adverb of manner. Pag sinabing manner kasi, paano? Paano yung pagkakagawa? Di ba? Pag sinabing manner, yun, paano mo ginagawa yung isang bagay? Kaya, verb yung dinidescribe ng adverb of manner. So, balik tayo sa directions. Choose the adverb of manner in the given sentence. Write the letter of the correct answer in your notebook. Okay, number 1. She sings beautifully. A. Beautiful. B. Beautifully. C. She. D. Sings. Number 2. My mom speaks softly to my sister. A. Mom. B. Sister. C. Softly. D. Speaks. Class, again, you can pause this video ha. Kasi, syempre, mabilis ko lang babasahin para mabilis din yung recording ng ating video. Pero kayo, you have the option to pause while listening sa video lesson na ito. Number 3. The lovely ladies danced gracefully. A. Dance. B. Gracefully. C. Ladies. D. Lovely. Number 4. The fearful rat quickly ran. A. Fearful. B. Quickly. C. Ran. D. Rat. Number 5. This is a 10-item quiz. Number 5. He slowly walked along the path. A. Along. B. Path. C. Slowly. D. Walked. Number 6. The kids happily eat their snacks. A. Eat. B. Kids. C. Happily. D. Snacks. Number 7. The girl beside me laughed loudly. A. Beside. B. Girl. C. Laughed. D. Loudly. Number 8. He carefully read each question. A. Carefully. B. Each. C. Question. D. Read. Carefully reads. Okay. Balikan natin yung number 8. May mali si teacher sa pagkakabasa. Number 8. Ayan. Sige, tingnan nga lang natin. Ayan. Number 8. He carefully read each question. I think nasa past tense ito. Kaya instead na read, babasahin natin as read. Kasi 'di ba, pag present tense, read, tapos past tense, read, past participle, read. Read, read, read. Kasi walang SA, he carefully reads, pero hindi ganun yung pagkakagawa ng sentence. So, he carefully read each question. Ayun. Yan lang naman yung concern ni teacher. Number 9. The stars are shining brightly. A. Are. B. Brightly. C. Shining. D. Stars. Number 10. The student legibly writes the sentence. A. Legibly. B. Sentence. C. Student. D. Writes. Ayan. So, for your performance task, ito yon. Observe family members as they do the household chores or other activities inside the house. Construct 3 sentences using adverbs of manner about your observation. So, di ba, yung mga family members natin, gumagawa sila ng mga gawaing bahay, or kahit ikaw mismo, yun. Di ba, naglalaba ka, nagwawalis, naghuhugas ng plato, nagliligpit ng higaan. Gagawan mo yun ngayon ng sentence. And then, yung sentence na yun, dapat merong adverb of manner. Ilang sentences po? Again, 3 lang. Reminder ni teacher, kapag may pinapagawa kong performance task, lagi ninyong titingnan yung rubric kasi may mga nag-submit po sa akin. Okay lang naman po na talagang nag-exert kayo ng effort para sobrang pagandahin yung performance task. Lalo na 'di ba reminder din po ito sa ating mga parents alam ko nag-exert kayo ng effort na sobrang pagandahin talaga yung performance task ng mga bata kasi maaaring nag-expect tayo ng mas mataas na grade. Pero po, kaya po tayo may rubric dahil ito po yung susundan natin pagdating sa points ng mga bata. So, kahit anong ganda po niyan, kung halimbawa ang binigay ko sa creativity or sa organization, paano nyo inorganize yung performance task, kung 3 points lang po yung pinakamataas, 3 points lang po yun, kahit gaano pa kaganda. So, never disregard yung ibang criteria. Ano po? Halimbawa, yung sinasabi ko, yung grammar, always check the grammar. Kasi especially po sa amin sa English, yung mga languages na subject, English, Filipino, MTB, we are MTB or mother tongue. Mas familiar sa iba yung mother tongue. We are very particular when it comes to grammar, sentence construction. Kaya po, kahit anong pagpapaganda po ninyo ng performance task, 3 points lang po talaga yun, yung pinakamataas doon. So, wag pong baliwalain yung ibang criteria na magbibigay ng points. Kasi paano kung ang ganda-ganda nga po, tapos pagdating sa sentence structure or sa grammar, 1 lang po yung tinamaan, 'di ba po? So sayang naman yung effort na sobrang pagandahin yung performance task. Doon lang po tayo sa hinihingi ko pagdating doon sa halimbawa creativity, may points akong binigay sa creativity, yung hinihingi ko lang po, hindi po kailangan sobrang bonggang-bongga. Anyway, kasi alam ko naman na bata dapat ang gagawa. Pero sabi ko nga po sa mga bata, sa mga feedback na binigay ko, pwede po silang humingi ng tulong sa inyo para gawin yon. That's why, hindi po ako nag-expect na talagang gandang-ganda ang output. Yung standard po na binigay ko ay para lang po doon sa kayang gawin din ng mga bata. At alam rin naman po namin, na-observe din naman po namin sa school ang kaya nilang gawin. Kung mas gaganda pa po yun, yung ginawa nila, hindi po namin lilimitahan yun. Especially na alam po namin na pwede po silang mag-ask ng assistant sa bahay. Pero wag naman pong bonggang-bongga yung pagkakagawa. Kasi, ibig sabihin po nun, baka mamaya mas matindi yung in-exert na effort ng adults or ng guardian kaysa parents. Yun, kaysa po dun sa in-exert na effort ng bata. Yan. Now, let's proceed dito sa ating rubric para sa performance task natin in this topic. First is sentence structure. Kung napapansin ninyo, nakalagay po dyan. Ayan, para maintindihan po ng parents, gagamit po ako ng marker. Ito po, tingnan po natin, sentence structure. Excellent po, 3 points, fair, 2 points, poor, 1 point. Punta po tayo dito sa sentence structure. First column, ito po, excellent. Tingnan ninyo, ito yung column na to. Ito po. Ayan. Makakakuha ng 3 points yung bata sa sentence structure kung well-structured po yung sentence. Ayan. Nagamit ng maayos yung Adverb of manner. Kumbaga, nakikita pa lang kaagad namin sa pagbuo nila ng sentence, naintindihan nila yung gamit nung adverb of manner na yon. At free from grammatical errors. Ano po ba yung mga dapat nating i-consider when it comes to grammar? Bukod doon sa pagkakabuo mismo ng sentence na ginagamitan ng subject-verb agreement, yung tenses of verbs, ano pa po? Siyempre, basic po yung paggamit ng capital letter at ng small letter. Yung paggamit po ng punctuation marks. Yun po kadalasan talaga yung nagiging problema. So, kahit po maganda yung pagkakadrawing. Anyway, dito walang drawing. Sinasabi ko lang po ito para sa mga susunod na performance task nila. Or sa mga nakalipas na performance task, baka magtaka kayo, but ito lang yung points, di ba po? Kasi baka nabaliwala nyo po yung grammar, yung content, dahil nag-focus kayo dun sa creativity. Next po, ito, 2 points lang po yung makukuha dito sa sentence structure kapag hindi clear yung sentence. At saka may mga errors. Yan. Tapos dito, 4 or 1 point kapag hindi na nga okay yung sentence structure, punong-puno pa ng parang lahat ng sentence, erroneous na talaga yung yung pagkakabuo ng sentence. Anyway, hindi po ko naghahanap ng mahabang sentence. Hindi ko po hiningi yung compound or complex sentence. Kahit po short yan, short is sweet. Basta tama po yung pagkaka-structure ng sentence at yung grammar po ay binigyan natin ng mataas na consideration. Sige, punta po tayo dito sa next criteria, variety of adverbs. Ayan. 3 points. Ito, excellent. Kapag, yan, different adverbs yung ginamit sa bawat sentence. Ayan. Kasi, baka naman paulit-ulit lang po. 3 sentences lang yon. So, dapat 3 different adverbs. Kapag may isang naulit doon sa mga adverb na ginamit, 2 points lang. Kapag lahat, same adverbs yung ginamit sa lahat ng sentence na yon, 1 point lang. I believe napakarami pong adverbs na pwede nating magamit, kaya wala pong reason na umulit-ulit po sila. Pero kung maulit man po, yun na nga po, pwedeng 2 or 1 yung makuha nilang score. Next, clarity and coherence. Yung sentence po, naiintindihan po. Yan. Tapos dito medyo malabo ng konti, nakaka-confuse ng konti. So 2 points lang. At kapag hindi talaga maintindihan ni teacher yung talagang kahit anong basa ko, wala akong maintindihan hindi ko masabi na ito siguro yung ibig niyang sabihin. Hindi ako dumating sa point na yon, talagang wala akong naintindihan. 1 point lang po yung makukuha. Overall, 9 points po yan. Naintindihan po. So, again, kids, maraming salamat. Kung merong clarification, pwedeng magtanong kay teacher sa GC or pwede nyo po akong i-private message or PM, yung tinatawag na PM. Ayan. Thank you for listening. Bye!